Okay, so we're gonna start on the bodice now that you've learned how to pad the skirt. I know this seems like the most intimidating part, but it also is the most fun and gives so much impact. So first thing you're gonna do with your ribbon is you're just gonna 10 stitch. And I know that can throw a lot of people off, but it's just simple 10 stitch. You're just gonna throw it on your needle like normal. And you are just gonna go through and 10 stitch that little section as discussed in the guide. So, and then the lazy daisy. I did the lazy daisy sections first. I think it just was a little easier for me to see where I was going as far as that. So I obviously don't have the canvas with me. This is kind of my rendition of the bodice brooch piece. So you're gonna come up and then you're going to make essentially a loop. So you can either go in the exact same hole or the hole next to it. And this is an embroidery stitch, so if you've ever done embroidery, I'm sure you've done a lazy daisy. So you are going to leave this loop here and kind of make it the size you want, and then you're going to come up to the top where you're going to tack it down, and you're going to go through your loop. So, like so. And it's going to fall down and kind of be where it's going to be, and then you're going to tack it. So you're just going to go to the next hole, you want to tack it, and it's going to loop that down. So it's gonna make these little like tiny sections, and you know, however many you wanted to do, there's a few painted on the canvas. You can always add more, and that's the thing with the guide. It's a guide, and same with canvas. Like Brooke did this beautiful canvas work, but you can always add in if you think there needs to be a couple more greens. You can add a couple more greens. If you want less green, make less green. And if you hate this stitch, 10 stitch them. It's not going to hurt my feelings at all for you to make it your own. So you're just kind of looping it down, and it's going to pull through. And the biggest one was kind of down here. And you're just holding that thread back, pushing back down into the same hole, and finding where you want to loop it. So kind of manipulate your ribbon as you need to, and if you kind of like it right there, you can kind of tack it down there, and it's going to make these little loops. And this is where you think your bodice looks crazy and you hate it, and you're fine, don't worry about it. I'm gonna just kind of be done with my green for a minute. And I did green first because the white is going to need extra love and care. And that I know is where it's kind of hard to write it and explain how I stitched the white down. That's the hard part about writing guides sometimes, is being like, how, and why is my needle stuck in all the problems? It's stuck. It doesn't want to go. Okay, well, we're gonna let it hang out for a second and ignore my cat singing to his people because